What's going on? It's your boy Coach, and we are on day 43. And the first thing I guess I want to talk about, which is something interesting, and I've observed in the past, and it's been really helpful since I logged the calories and tracked how I felt in like a little journal. But from that nice little window of Domino's Brookie, there's a couple kind of things that happen with that. And the first is like kind of that next day, I have what I call like a hangover. It's like a sugar hangover or just high calorie foods like that that I haven't been eating, loaded in fats and carbs, like sugars and high salts. So generally, I'm not going to feel my best the next morning. So that's kind of one way that deters it in the future for me, because I kind of got my fill. I had enough, but something else. Let me get my notes here. Is a big one is how my weight will actually stay up for a couple days. And even though I was I lowered my calories yesterday to just above BMR, or my keep alive calories, let's say, I still am the same weight today. So I was up to 188 yesterday morning. Today's still up at 188, even with less calories. And so our bodies don't always respond immediately. And so for me, I know I'm going to pay that consequence for a couple days on those kind of binges. So basically, all I know, if I had the opportunity to drink a lot of water yesterday, say maybe 2 gallons in a day, I could have flushed a lot more out. But we were we were doing family stuff, so we were kind of sitting around most of the day, and I was still able to get some calories out. I had an activity last night for a couple hours, and then we did a couple walks in the day, and even with the low calories, I still hit a pretty okay deficit, which I'm happy with going into today. But I know that my weight is not true to what it said this morning, and that's actually going to go down over the next few days as I, flush all that out. So that's one thing too, is if you're tracking your weight every day, you can kind of see those changes. And if you're tracking the calories and you're somewhat of an expenditure, whether it's a device or an estimate, you can at least start to see and make those correlations when you get more data. And so that's been really helpful for myself. So that's kind of my tip for today, is to just, don't always assume that one bad meal is going to put on 3-4 pounds of fat. It's really going to be a holding of water. Yes, you can put on some fat. At the same time, you got to find a balance. And so for me, having that kind of in there was also motivation to really push this next 3 weeks a little bit harder and, stay with it. So I kind of use it as a positive tool rather than a setback. And just on an added note, when you have those refeeds, eating out, a lot of those high calorie foods, they're very highly palatable, they taste good. But another kind of consequence I noticed from it too is I feel a little more bloated. I just feel like just kind of not my best. And I'll even get where my skin, I'll get some acne, things like that. So yeah, that's just a couple of things that can happen, and there's nothing wrong with having, we really need to go away from cheat meal with those high calorie dense foods. We still have to enjoy life, and food's not always about, just the pure nutrition aspect. Sometimes, like I said in the past, there's a social aspect as well, and we get enjoyment from eating. So something about this weekend that's unique, it's a 3-day weekend, and so I didn't do my food prep yesterday. We were super busy, so I ended up moving that to today, because like I said, I cut meals out yesterday. I was keeping my calories low. So now I'm going to go ahead and do all my meal prep today, get ready for this week, and then we'll see how we're doing by the end of the week. But something I'd like to maybe discuss as we kind of go through this week is the different diet types, because the macronutrients and calories do have some effect, and it just depends on your unique composition. So we'll kind of go into some of those things, and it's something that sometimes to find the best system, you have to try a few different approaches, and that's kind of what we'll go over. So that's going to be it for today. I got to hit the gym right now, and then got to walk later, and then that's going to close out the day. So till tomorrow, we'll see you.